each building is a little bit different than the other. Even though they could be the same row house, they look all the same. They're slightly different. Okay. Again, it's unstable demand. The economy goes up and down, up and down. It's seasonal. When the weather gets nice, we build a lot. When the weather's not so nice, we do other things. Again, most of the work is regional. A Boston construction manager may not have the same presence as in New York or in Atlanta, Georgia, or California. And it does drive the economy. What we see now with the infrastructure policies of the Biden administration, they're using construction to drive the economy. Again, some of the physical nature of the work, it's a unique undertaking. It's a one-of-a-kind building, specific. You know the client who you're building for. You're building for Mr. Jones, his one-family house, or you're building for MIT, the dormitory rooms. Okay, huge investment. Even a single-family house, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we believe in temporary plants, meaning even the temporary hoist. You build things to enable the construction, but eventually those things go down. You're exposing the elements. It's not an office environment. It's still a very labor-intensive industry. Manpower is required, which is good for relatively uneducated population. They can still make a good living doing construction. Mobile assets, a crane goes from a job site to a job site. Your truck goes from a job site to a job site. All these things that you use to build a building, they move from job site to job site. And it's also a pretty dangerous profession. Technically complex. You look at an office building, you have probably millions of components going in there. Okay. What happens here is public sector. 64% of construction done by the public, and 36% is done by private. Okay, residential accounts for 31%, commercial is 28%, 6% is industrial, which is what we consider like manufacturing, maybe labs and such. And the biggest sector is heavy highway construction. Okay, that's the largest sector, whether it's roads or bridges. And then we'll go to why is the construction manager needed? I know that I asked this question. Let me ask
point spawning in 15 seconds.
Mr. Bernard. You want to give us a shot at why is a construction manager needed?
5, 4. 3,
well, like
2,
personally,
1.
I'd say like to execute like the architect's project.
Okay.
But like to make it come alive.
Okay. So why can't we just throw all the construction workers in together and then like build me a house?
Killing spree.
Why do you think? Why it's like keep saying it's labor intensive. And we just put people in the air and eventually they'll be a house. Is that thing right or not? Steven, what do you think? Why do we need a construction manager? Mr. Mornott?
I think we need one because we're gonna need somebody to like listen to, like tell us what to do, like what is not to do, and like what is my mistakes. Okay.
So again, what we talked about before was that a building is a very complex structure. All right, it is. It's literally there are hundreds of thousands of parts in there. From the wires to the outlets to the sheetrock. All right, it's a complex organism of building. Okay, if you just throw people in together, they're gonna do whatever they want, and they're not gonna be organized. They're gonna do it in the least efficient way. It's gonna be unorganized. Construction managers, they organize complex projects. Okay, that's why I said the project's getting bigger and bigger. I remember when I was in the Encore casino job. That was a $1.3 billion project. If you just we had 400 tradesmen on that job at one point. If you had these guys just running around, not knowing what to do, You know, it would have been a big, just massive confusion there. So as the projects get bigger, you need someone to organize things. Projects are getting more complex. Okay, they're not only just organization of the people, but technically they're getting complex. You know, the HVAC system has to integrate with the fire alarm system. The security system has to integrate with controls and such. So it's just getting more complex. You need someone with a high degree of technical